Welcome back to Syllable Spell Success. This lesson, we're going to cover a few more sounds, prefixes and suffixes, and Webster's Speller. Vowel teams that don't make a sound on their own divide between vowels. Also, some Latin words divide between two vowels that normally make another sound. Look at the syllable division chart. The vowels that normally don't make a sound will divide between them are red and underline them. Since the divided vowel syllables end in a vowel, they'll have their long vowel sound, as in meow or fluid, except for the vowel I, which can either have its long I sound or its Romance language sound of long E. Radio, long I. FI-ORD, Romance language sound of long E. We'll do a syllable division exercise with vowels that divide. Divide them up on your own before reading them. See you back in 3 minutes. I say the letter team WH the same as W, but some people say it a little bit differently. It's consonant pair sound of wh. Before an O, W, which normally says w, often makes the sound of H. We'll try it on a few of these words now. What, when, where, why, which, who, whole. The letter team GH usually says G, and the letter team GN usually says N. Ghost, spaghetti. Gnat, sign. H is often silent at the beginning of words. Honor, herb. Longer words ending in a cuss sound, usually spelled with a single C. Music, CELIAC, republic. Short words, cuss sound, usually CK. Duck, pick, lack. Or with another consonant before the sound, spelled with a K. Dark, think, PERK. Pre means before. A prefix is something before a root word. A suffix is something after a root word. Words will divide after prefixes and before suffixes. Here are some of the most common prefixes and suffixes. Now, we'll do a syllable division exercise with words that divide after prefixes and before suffixes. 2 minutes. EI normally says long A, as in rain. After C, it says long E, as in receipt. They also sometimes just say long E, as in neither. It sometimes says short I, as in forfeit, or long I, as in feisty. EAR followed by a consonant usually says as in earth, but sometimes says R, as in heart. At the end of a word or a syllable usually says ear, as in fear, but sometimes air, as in bear. ERE usually says ear, as in here, but sometimes says air, as in where or there. Words in English don't end in V. VE at the end can either be short or long. Give, live, have. Live can either be live or live, depending on its usage. We'll review some syllables and then do syllable division exercise 11. K, si, si, ko, ku, si. Ske, si, si, sko, sku, si. K, si, si, ko, ku, si. Ske, si, si, sko, sku, si. Me, me, my, mo, mu, my. Ab, eb, ib, ob, ub. Slay, sli, sly, slow, slew, sly. Ast, est, ist, ost, ust. Syllable division exercise 7 is a review of all the rules we've learned so far, so be careful and take your time. It's more important to do it right than to do it fast. See you back in 3 minutes. Now we're going to look at some exceptions. While English doesn't have as many exceptions as its critics would lead you to believe, there are a few, but they generally have reasons and fall into patterns. We'll look over some of these now, saying the bolded words together. A few words with U after S are pronounced SH. Sugar, sure. Words with one vowel mushed to the schwa sound of again, away, what, from, come, done, some, love. During the Middle English period, some angular writing was in style, and sometimes it was hard to figure out what consonant followed a U, especially if it was followed by an M, an N, or a U. Let's look at how that would work with some messy writing. Yes, you can write messy. And able to figure out what the consonants were following the U, they changed the O to a U, but it retained its spelling, and that's why they're schwa'd today. Some words have their consonant pair substitutions, S with its Z sound, F with its V sound, as, has, is, was, of. Except for a few things like this, the consonants are pretty consonant. The vowels, however, often schwa or will have one sound off of expected, as in to, do, who, or these a little bit schwa'd, kind of, changed it to been and said when it would have been been and said. So, often a vowel change is like this, a slight relaxation of the vowel, not quite a schwa, but in the general direction of easier and faster to say. W can change the sound. W-O-R normally says W-A normally says W-A-R normally or. Word, work, want, wash, warm, ward. Great job! You've now learned advanced phonics. Now we're off to the PhD level, Webster Speller. Get out your Webster Speller rule card. We'll read over it together, saying the bolded words aloud in unison. Then we'll do our Webster Speller page together before we work on Webster Speller in our groups. Unaccented syllables are often mushed to the schwa sound of especially common at the end of the words. RUR-AL, fill it. When the last syllable is accented, however, the sounds will not schwa, as in compel and lament. The letter U is already a relaxed sound, so it is already mushed. The letter I usually holds its sound, or at least some of its sound. The letters A and O are most likely to mush or schwa to the sound. As noted above, E's will generally mush to a short I sound if they schwa, especially at the end. At the end of a word, the letter Y will have its normal long I sound when it's accented, but will have the long E sound in its unaccented syllables. Deny, misapply, cruelty. Great! Now we're ready to tackle some more multisyllable words. Get out your paper titled Webster Excerpts. We'll review some syllables before we do words with syllables. Blay, blee, bly, blow, blue, bly. Am, im, We'll start with 2-syllable words this lesson, but we'll all do at least a few 5-syllable words by the end. The bolded syllables are accented. The unaccented syllables are likely to schwa. This table is accented on the first. All the ending Y's will be unaccented and will say long E. Many of the ending vowels will schwa. If a student mispronounces a syllable, for example, saying sli-my instead of sli-my, turn back in the syllabary and have them read all the SL syllables. Slay, slee, sly, slow, slew, sly. Then point at sly in the syllabary and have them sound it out again, sly. Then point at sly in the word, have them read sly and then slimy. Now, you get to try some on your own. You can do it. 5 minutes. Time for games or a short break. We've learned all the basic phonics skills so you can play the game with all the cards. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe so even more students have the opportunity to improve and succeed.